Hi, my name is Michael, and this is my second video in the series of videos that I will be making about a subject that I'm very passionate about, emotional intelligence. Let me start with a foundation of where emotional intelligence starts. And that foundation is you. Yes, you. Imagine you want to build a house or a building or a high rise. It doesn't matter how high the building is, how much money you're going to spend, what kind of paint it will have, what kind of windows, how sophisticated everything is. If you do not have the right foundation, that building will have a hard time withstanding the natural events. The same way, if you are the foundation of your life, if your foundation, you, are not the right foundation, then you cannot build your life the way you want it, and it will not withstand the natural events and problems that life will throw at you. One must calculate what kind of foundation they want depending on what kind of building they're planning to build. So if architects say this is supposed to be the width, the height, the length of your foundation, then you cannot argue, well, I like the height, I like the width, but I don't like the depth. I don't want to make it more than 1 foot. You cannot do that. If you do that, then you're doing what you're doing now. And if you're happy with your life, then you don't need to listen to this video. So you must completely accept what the architect is telling you to build for your foundation in order for you to have the building that you want securely on top of your foundation. I want to point out a line to you, literally a line. The closest distance between 2 points is a straight line. And that's a mathematical equation. And everything in life actually works mathematically. The entire universe is based on mathematical equation. So don't try to go over it, under it, or around it. So what does this line represent? The line to me represents honesty. They say the easiest person to fool is yourself. So you need to start being honest with yourself before you can continue and before you can be honest with other people. So again, it starts with you. So let's go to lesson number 1, the building block or the foundation of what I call emotional intelligence. So lesson number 1 is that everything is your fault. Let me repeat that. Everything that happens around you is your fault. Now, I don't want you to be mad at me. I don't want you to think I'm giving you a complex or I'm saying anything bad. So maybe I can give you an example to explain what I mean, why everything is your fault. And I hope this extreme example always stays in your mind and helps you through the troubled time and what you should do. Let's imagine you're riding on a bus and the bus is traveling at 40, 50 miles an hour. And you're on the bus, maybe by yourself, maybe with your family, maybe with the loved ones. And all of a sudden, you notice the bus driver is not feeling well and he passes out. What will you do? Would you say, well, this is not my bus. I paid for my ticket. I'm not a bus driver. Why should be the one, I should be the one to help this guy? You will run and you will take over that steering wheel. If you don't, your life is in danger. You might not even survive. You will not question that. Then you will decide, okay, now do I continue to my destination? Do I take the guy to hospital? Or what you need to do? But first, you will take control of that wheel. The same way, you must take control of the wheel, steering wheel of your life. You cannot come with the excuses, well, it wasn't my fault. Well, she's the one who said that. Well, my parents are the cause of this. No. You will run and you will jump and you take control of that steering wheel. You must do the same thing when it comes to your life. So you have to, at that moment, not blame anything else and just jump and take control of your steering wheel. Your life will work beautifully if you do the same thing. Take control of the steering wheel of your life. So that's lesson number 1. This should be really a magical moment that you must remember, because if you can apply this, you will be amazed how your life will change. The meaning of your life will change. So put your pride aside and stop arguing with yourself. I think you are an extremely lucky person. Again, you might say, what is this guy talking about? He doesn't even know who I am. He doesn't know who's even listening to. How does he know that I'm a lucky person? Okay, let's look at this. How many generations do you think it took for you to be here? I know it depends on your religious belief, personal belief, but let's take the minimum. Let's assume around 300 generations. Okay. Now, for each generation, in order to go to the next generation, it has taken an average of 100 million sperm for one to be chosen for that generation to keep going. So let's not get into the math and the power and everything else that has to do with the equation. I make it simple for you. So 100 million to 1, your ancestor was born, and that person also 100 million to 1 for the next person to be born. So multiply 100 million by 100 million 300 times. Can you fit those zeros anywhere? Now you tell me, if you watch the news and you find out if somebody won the lottery, who is luckier? You have a great gift. You have a duty to be good to yourself and to make all your ancestors proud. You have a huge responsibility. So you must totally accept and surrender yourself to this idea and philosophy. And you will see how your life will totally transform right before your eyes. If you have difficulty with this idea, then in my next video, I'm going to help you to make it easier for you to accept the idea and go on. So I'm sure after watching my next video, you will be at peace with this idea and you'll accept it. So until then, be well.